Hey, what's up, guys? We are back at the community garden, and today it's going to be an exciting day. We already finished bringing in the raised beds. Now, the next task is going to be filling them up, but I did want to talk about pest control. At this community garden, I was told we do have issues with gophers, and there is a possibility of getting some bunnies as well. So, my thought process would be that I want to go ahead and suppress some of the weeds here at this community garden. They've already done us the favor of adding weed fabric at the bottom of the foundation. So we've already added 3 to 4 inches of mulch, hoping that we may or may not have a lot of grass, or it might be easier to control. As you can tell, it's already a hot one out here, and I did want to share with you, we do plan on adding some fabric cloth or chicken wire. Depending on where you live, you might have a different name for it. We are going to be adding that at the bottom along with some cardboard. Now, the cardboard, I know a lot of people talk about that you maybe should or shouldn't add it. However, if you are going to be removing the tape and the glue, in theory, it should be relatively okay. And slowly, it's going to decompose over time. Alright guys, now in this part of the video, I know we want to get excited. The first thing you want to do is start filling up these beds. The answer is no. I've already done this too many times and I've made way too many mistakes. So one of the things that I'd like to talk about is spacing. Now, right now, you might be excited and you're thinking, I want to start growing some food. But the reality is, how are you going to refill these beds annually? And you heard that correct. These beds are actually pretty deep. As a matter of fact, you're going to realize it's going to take a lot of soil, compost, and other resources in order for you to fill it to the top. And in order for you to make sure you're building ahead of time, you want to factor in, can I bring in a wheelbarrow? And the reality is, this is something we don't talk about, but you will soon learn that spacing is very important. So not only am I trying to make this thing look a little bit more symmetrical, aesthetically pleasing, my ultimate goal is I need to be able to walk around easily without having any issues during the summertime or the peak season. So for now, I'm going to be using this piece of wood as a reference if everything is going to be the same. I'm going to put my sunglasses back on, and I kind of want to show you briefly what you can do if you don't have a measuring tape. If you're going to be using 6 feet, use 6 feet all around. And as you can see here, I can fit this gate in between, which means I'm not going to have any issues throughout the gardening season. So now that we've verified the spacing, I'm going to go ahead and move this out, and let's get started with the chicken wire along with the cardboard. We do have a little bit of excess material. Now, I want to just make sure I have a little bit extra, so I might end up pulling it out a little bit. So in order for me to work smarter and not harder, I'm going to be using one as a template. I'm going to go ahead and cut the fabric out, and I'm just going to duplicate it to get a total of 6. If you guys want to come and get a little closer out here, you guys can see that down here, this is going to be my protective layer in order for the gophers not to come in. As I mentioned, we don't have any electricity here, so Dave had to bring in his own electricity. And if you guys come a little closer here, let me show you how easy it can be. That's the key word, it can be. We just finished cutting these fabric cloths. Remember we talked about efficiency? I just measured one and I cut 6 of them, so I can just kind of finish a little faster. Back here, we added some cardboard at the bottom. Ideally, this is going to help out with weed suppression. We're going to get started, and I might just end up sitting the tripod and filling this bad boy up. All right, guys, we are 3 raised beds in. Energy levels, we lost 1 bar. We're still feeling good. Oh, hey there, guys. We are back. Day 2 in the garden. The air quality's been terrible here.
Now on Eyewitness News at 8, breaking news: a number of communities under evacuation orders tonight as a raging wildfire explodes in San Bernardino County.
So a lot of fun stuff has been going on. My goal today is to finish filling up these beds because it's pretty hot. Honestly, I think about it like I'm using a Peloton and you're kicking up the difficulty or the resistance. Alright guys, I am exhausted, but we finished filling up all of the beds here in the center. We need to add a little bit more wood chips. We're going to tidy up this area, but for now, we are done. And I wanted to show you, look at my neighbor's garden. Of course, we're not going to go inside, but this is truly incredible. Hopefully, I'll get to meet him soon. And hey, you never know, we might be good friends. We'll drop this wall and we'll make a food forest. Catch you in the next video. Bye everyone.